She was.
So
yes, she
glad
was.
we finally had her on our program.
And it was about time.
I loved watching her in Earthkeepers and just hearing her own description of the hero's journey. So beautiful.
I've associated her husband and her with Earthkeepers so long and all, and it's great to hear her story.
And you know, we're all Earthkeepers. I think that's also what she was saying, how we need to really connect to Pachamama, because that's who we're made. I loved how she talked about that we're made of the minerals of the earth, but stardust as well.
We've heard that before.
Beautiful. Thank you, Marcella.
Well, it's time again to do what we are calling Miracle Moments. This program you're watching right now, it started this way, it's continued this way, it's all about healing. So we really want to honor all of those who really need a healing, and also we want to celebrate those who've had them in whatever form. I'd like to ask Monica to share one of the miracle moments the two precious old souls have received.
So these miracle moments, they've been shared in the membership portal. So in your portal, there is a section called Miracle Moments, and there's a way you can share your miracle with us, and then you can view the ones that have been shared. So here I've chosen two. One is from Harold, and Harold says, "My heart valve transplant surgery was totally successful and I'm breathing normally and feeling much better. Blessings to all of you." And thank you, Harold, for sharing that. We celebrate your success with you. It's so important that we acknowledge our miracle moments and share them and be in such gratitude for them. Here is another one. This is Linda. And Linda says, "My daughter-in-law Vicky has a brain tumour and it has not grown larger. Thank you." And Linda, this is so beautiful that you are sharing this with us. Here is an example of the miracle that happens where she didn't say, "Oh, the brain tumour is gone completely." I love that she postured it. It has not grown larger. And so let's be celebrating that with Linda. It has not grown larger. And then it opens the door for more cascading miracles to flow on from that precious, beautiful sharing. It did not grow larger. Anything is possible. What's possible for you? Well, that's what we now want to shift our focus to, because there's many who have been submitting requests for our prayers, for our intention, to focus on healings that they might require of the heart or of the body. And so together we know that we can send energy. We are both senders and receivers of energy. And so let's just tune in to the field of potentials, because in that field of potentials, all requests for prayers and healing are already known within that soup of possibilities and potentials that exist. And so let's connect with that known field of potentials of everybody requesting help from us. And the best way we can do that is to connect in with the divine spark inside and just acknowledge, I am a piece of the divine. And together I give my intent to join hands with all the other divine sparks coming together in this moment so that we can flood a luminous light onto all of those who are requesting prayers of help. We acknowledge you, we see you, we love you. We flow the love from the Creator through us all, and you too are included. And let's celebrate all the little miracle moments that right now are happening and filtering out onto the planet so that it creates a cascading effect of more miracles to happen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Divine Creator, for letting us be the conduit of your love and sharing it with our beautiful family. And so from this energetic posture, Let us now move into the circle of 12.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon. Come a little closer. I want you to relax. And join me in this circle of 12 moment, where we once again do something that is totally possible today that you were not told about. Dear ones, we have for episode after episode and for all these months been traveling to a place that you weren't really told you could travel to. And in this place, if you want to call it that, we have engaged in activations. We've dropped things, we've picked things up, we've moved things around. And it hasn't simply been imaging or pretending or visions that we've put within ourselves or visualizations. These things are real. And from the beginning, those days when I introduced you to the bridge or the whole idea of what we were doing, when we were actively doing it, I would say, is this real? And that means that there are so many who will take a look at this and say this is a visualization, like some kind of guided meditation to make us feel better. And I want to tell you this, the circle of 12 is not that. The circle of 12 is a reality you are unaware of until you go there. That the things that we do there are as real as the things you would do here. But when you get into a multidimensional scene, things change. What you do with consciousness and intent, especially for yourself, especially within your own soul, it's like you're writing the rules. It's like you're meeting those you should have met and rearranging perhaps the players in your life. It's not a visualization. It is reality. And there are so many also who will say, well, I've gone there and done that and I've come back. I'm not really sure. Part of the exercise of going every single week is so you'll get used to it. And so you will be sure. Sometimes these little adventures I take you on seem to be a little more complex than the ones we started with. And that's on purpose. The entire reason for this is the shift that is occurring on this planet at the moment. A shift which brings so many new things, troubling things perhaps, confusion perhaps. But in the process of it all, there are new tools and new gifts for the light worker. That is mainly who is watching this program. Those of you who are interested enough to do this every week and realize every single time you do this, it not just helps you, but it helps those around you. Broaching a multidimensional reality from a single digit to a multi-digit is something that is not normally done. And when you do it, it actually creates ramifications within you. I'll tell you, you change. People see it. That's what we're doing again tonight. You know, this program is now almost complete, and yet, through randomness, not design, you've heard a theme. Question was asked, do you have to suffer to get ahead? Do you really have to go to the dark place and the shadow self in order to come out of it and be something else? And my partner said, no, you don't. And he's right. But so many do. One of the attributes of going into that dark place is coming out differently. Some do, some don't, but you equate it with that. And that is habit. It's perception. But it's also many realities. You hear the stories of those who've gone through these things. The hero's journey was mentioned. My partner teaches that as well, where you go on an adventure and you learn. But you don't have to suffer. But many do. It still seems that suffering would be the key to evolution. Dear ones, this is an old paradigm of existence. Not only is the perception there, but many times the reality as well. So whereas my partner said this was not the design, it still happens this way. And it doesn't have to. What if I told you that no amount of suffering is needed, or hard times is needed, or sorrow is needed in order to advance to a new level that you'd never had before? It's just assumed that it would help. Even that is now changing, where individuals will start and look and see themselves and say to themselves, there is something bigger that I wish to go to and toward. I'm going to do it now, instead of waking up from some horrible experience and saying, I want to build myself a bigger bridge. Speaking about a bridge, I want you to go with me on that bridge right now, moving from the known to the unknown in a way we have done so many times before. And we're going to do something it seems like we've done before, but not quite, a little different every time. A bridge looms in front of you. Is it big? Is it small? You decide. But what it is obfuscating that which is on the other side. Shall we take a look at it? Come with me, take my hand. Together we move across this bridge as we have so many times. I see the first timer here. Don't be afraid of this. You are moving into your own reality, your own divinity. Nothing strange here. It's just new, and it's beautiful. Come with me across it, moving through the mist, and you arrive in a completely different feeling. Oh, if it could always be like this, I want you to describe yourself, if you wish to, in your own mind, the music that you're hearing that is wonderful, the temperature that you're hearing, the relaxation and the peace that you have right now of being in a place that is home. This is home. And in this place, you get to pick up tools, you get to activate things, you get to discuss things, if you wish, with those within your own soul. Did you know that you have guides and angels which come in with you that are part of you? We have told you that before. This is hard, difficult, because you only think of you as the one you in the mirror. What if you were huge, enormous, and there were multi-parts of you? That's what we want to show you. The divinity that you carry in is amazing. Come with me through a door. The door can look any way you want to. It's not important. The name on the door, that's not important. What we've told you what it is before, it's you. The name is yours and written in a language you can't read. When you go through the door this time, we go into a very lovely, quiet room. A table with one chair for you and 3 chairs for someone else. Now that wasn't exactly right. So I want you to visualize for a moment a table. Is that difficult? And I want you to sit in the one chair. It's a beautiful chair. It's just molded for your body. It's interesting, this chair, this table, everything about it. It's like you were home. And it feels this way. You're not in a strange place, dear ones. Not at all. I want you to get used to that. That when you come to this place, no matter how it manifests itself, whether it's an auditorium, whether it's a giant hall, you built it. You are visiting the various rooms of your own home when you're not on the earth. And this is the soul. How big is the soul? The answer is yes. There is no measurement for a multidimensional source that is divine like this. You might as well say, how big is God? And you don't, because you know better. You sit in that chair, and there are 3 other chairs. And those chairs are kind of clumped, so they're together, facing you. Materialized in those chairs are 3 individuals. Now, here's where it gets good. What do they look like? You choose. I want you to choose. They are part of you, and yet they are angelic. How can that be? It's because this is the new truth. You are divine. Your soul, made by the Creator. Your human body is biology. It looks the way it looks. You see it in the mirror all the time. This is different. These 3 individuals are also you. They are your guides, if you wish. They are your angels. Whatever you wish to call it, there is a group of 3 that accompany you. And they change through your life as you grow. You never have new ones. They may change clothes and appear to be new, or you wake up one day and they're there and they weren't the last day, and you say, well, who are you? And you say, well, they will say, we've always been here. You just now saw us. Because you know a little more now. Well, in a moment, you're going to know a lot more. Because I want you to get ready to integrate each one of these guides into your own reality in 3D. Did you get that? How is this different from what we have done in the last 2 programs? I'll tell you, you may have to integrate these a number of times in order to understand what they do. In this new energy, there are a number of fast-track systems that void old energy processes that you no longer need. Do you want to replay that a number of times? There's ways of fast-tracking. Sometimes eliminating old methods in the old energy you thought were needed and necessary in order to move forward, and they're not. They're looking at you right now, and they love you dearly. And what they're telling you right now, in their own ways, whether they're opening their mouths, if they even have them, perhaps they're wisps of beautiful light or rainbow. There are 3 things here which are you and part of you. And they are beautiful. And they can be shapes or anything. But right now we are asking them to integrate into you in a way that is unique to this situation. I want you to reach out right now like you're inviting them in. And without saying anything else, you're going to imagine or intuit or hear this. And here is what they're going to tell you. We are with you now, forever. You've been taught you have to activate, you have to call upon them, you got to pray for them, you got to ask them for favors. And I'm telling you that they are there now looking at you saying, let us in for the rest of your lives. So every time you come onto this planet, you come with us. And we come in, and we're going to fast track those things, all the mistakes you've ever made. In order to get to where you are, you'll never have to make them again, because we're going to be there advising you what works and what doesn't work. But for now, you are never alone. There will never be an abandonment issue with you, because we are here to fill up the gap of love and peace and joy. And yes, there will be sorrowful moments, but there won't be dysfunctional sorrow forever. There will not be a situation where the sorrow returns and returns and returns and returns. That is an old energy of dysfunction for the human being. It doesn't have to be that way. You don't earn your stripes because you're feeling sorry, unless you were just simply told that was the way it works. You earn your stripes for being compassionate and kind and raising above the sorrow so you can move forward and shine your light. And now you have help. I want you to integrate these three into your own body right now as you sit there, wherever you are. Integrate them, feel them go in, because they've always wanted this. Always. You came in with them, but they fleet. They're fleeting. Sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. You don't feel them, you don't see them. Why don't you change that? You'll never be alone from now on. They're always there, alert, ready to help you through whatever you are going through in life. This is not the way it was 10 years ago, dear ones. This is an active, new energy for you. Your guide set integrates into your full biological being, no longer esoteric, right into your DNA. And you'll walk another life. I want you to stay here. I want you to stay and work with this idea. Maybe it'll take a little while to just let them flow in and feel that loving peace. And they are not separate from you. They are you. They're the divine you, but they are no longer apart from you. They're inside. Oh. There's a lot of healing energy here. Let them in. Let them in. Let them in. And so it is. And the Circle of 12. I'm Lee Carroll.
And I'm Monica Morani.
You're always Monica Morani.
I am. Exactly.
I'm beginning to say this now. Maybe we should switch.
I'm Lee Carroll.
I could be Monica Morani. Well, we're back. Happy Wednesday, February 22nd. Every Wednesday we're here, every one of them, with special guests, questions and answers, discussions and meditations, and channeling.
I love the family coming together and seeing you all chat and love on each other. So beautiful, so supportive. So if you're watching the replay and you're thinking, what chat? Maybe it's time you join in on at least one of these live streams as it's happening. However, if you're watching the live stream from a link that came in your email and you've never watched a replay, I encourage you to go and look at your membership portal. It's a great place. It's been designed for you. In there, we have the 100th episode of Healing Wednesday, which was one of my favorites, and it's where Lee talked about his Kryon experience. So if you want to know the Kryon story, that's where you need to go. Lee continues to give great stories about his beginnings, and that's in your portal called Lee's First Time on TV. So maybe it's time to go and have a look at what you get as a member, because there's so much in your portal. Again, I've said this before many times, but there's special shows just for members. And there's the Miracle Moments section, which I'll talk about later. But speaking of profound experiences, Lee and I want to tell you yet again, we've done this a couple of times now, but we want to tell you about a series of programs that we've produced that we feel are incredibly important for humanity. It's a series called Topics for Our Time. Just as it says, it's topics for our time. And that's where we delve into some very sensitive but profoundly moving topics that have heartwarming resolutions. And we present personal stories from everyday people who highlight what they're going through, and it's what many are going through. And these stories that we share with you, it's because of the things that Kryon told us to watch for. It's the compassionate action that has resulted from the challenges that they've gone through. So we wanted you to know about these programs because 3 of them have already been broadcast and they're available right now for free. And there are so many wonderful stories out there from these heroes of the hearts. You can be sure to find more episodes coming.
So let's start by telling you a little bit about these 3 programs that we already have, where you can find them and where you can view them for free. The first episode features Eliza Ann McDaniel, who has written several books, but the first one was called Behind Closed Doors. It's the kind of story that hides in our society, but that Kryon has told us will be revealed in this new energy and will have healing through that exposure, which is exactly why we're doing these programs, why we're airing them for free. Eliza's story is about families that appear outwardly normal, but yet hiding beneath that surface are dark secrets, the horrific abuse, often of their own children. Despite such awful encounters, Eliza openly shares her story of how she overcame this in her life and went on to help so many others do the same thing. In her words, forgiveness is the key to unlocking the prison of your own mind and will set you free. Her second book, with a great title, is Journey to the Heart. We honor Eliza for bringing us this information.
The second episode, it's the story of the Abundant Love Project, told by Deborah DeLisi, who is a very, very dear friend of Lee and I, and we managed to do that recording in our Kryon studio. So the loss of a child, my goodness, it's one of the most heart-wrenching experiences that a parent can deal with. And that's just such a tragedy. How do you deal with it? What can you do? So this is where Deborah tells her story, and I would love for everyone to hear about how she turned her grief and sorrow into love and compassionate action that has subsequently touched the lives of thousands of others, one heart at a time, all over the world. Her story is amazing. It's beyond anything I could have expected. And we'd love for you to experience her compelling presentation, and that's where you'll see how one ripple of kindness, it can change someone's life. And maybe after watching that program, you'll want to become an ambassador of kindness as well.
Mm-hmm. The third episode is very Kryon-esque, a word I made up. It's something that has been the subject of many Kryon channelings for the past years. We want you to meet Andy Berger. Andy is the founder of Voices Against Trafficking, an international organization dedicated to the eradication of human trafficking in the United States and abroad. Andy, herself a victim of unspeakable abuse, is a highly sought-after international speaker and advocate for those who cannot speak for themselves. Her book, A Fragile Thread of Hope, One Survivor's Quest to Rescue, is available on Amazon.com, with 45% of the net proceeds going to victims of child abuse and sex trafficking.
These stories, they truly are heroes of the heart. They're given with love. They give uplifting solutions and they help others to find peace and self-worth. So where can we watch these free programs? Well, that's super easy. Go to cryonmasters.com, and in the top right of the page, there's a pull-down menu called Freebies. So you scroll down on that Freebies pull-down menu and you'll see topics for our time. And as you click on that, the page will load and all the episodes will be there for you to watch. And while you don't need to register to watch these programs since they're free, if you would like to be notified about future episodes that are coming up, you can sign up for that on that same